Everybody, Steve here with White Knuckle Off-Road Adventures. This is my 2019 Sportsman. We're just doing a kind of an update video on some things we've done to it here in the last little bit. It's been a while since I posted any videos. Been super busy with our house and a yard and stuff like that, trying to get some things done out back. But anyway, here's our 19 Sportsman. We just got done installing the, I think you pronounce it Seco Racing Dozer front bumper. I bent my factory bumper up pretty bad on a tree, so it was time for it to go and replace it with something heavy duty. This bumper actually bolts in right here, right there, and right there, and there. And the two center ones are like your factories. They're just like a compression type fitting. But your uppers, if you can see that bolt and washer right there, they bolt in from the back and the front. So you can actually pull on this without worrying about pulling your bumper off your machine, like I did. And the bottom ones replace your factory, you use your factory bolts down there. It bolts right into the frame, so it's nice and solid. It's super heavy duty metal, and they did a really good job on it. It looks nice, fits great, very easy to install it by myself. It says 2 people, but it wasn't that bad. We also just got done installing some, if you can see them down there, some garage products. Upper and lower control arms, bushings front and rear on the machine. The factory ones, I had about 1,100 miles on this, and I had 3 bushings on this right side and 2 on the other side that were showing some pretty good wear. So we pulled them off. We also just got done installing our Elka Stage 1 shocks. I did not need the stage 4 or 5s. I don't need the reservoirs. I don't race it, so I don't really think it was necessary for me to go that way. These are built to your machine, your body size, type of style you like to do riding wise. So I think they'll be fantastic on here. Also installed the Kimimoto extended fender flares. And we only did that because we installed new wheels. I bent one of my factory wheels again, so I've broke 3 factory wheels on this machine since I've owned it. And so I went with some ITPSS 212s. They have a lifetime warranty on them. I've run them before and broke one, and they replaced it, no questions asked. But when you go aftermarket, you're gonna get a wider offset, which is okay because this, as you can see, my machine's sitting about 15 inches. Almost 16 inches of ground clearance actually, and I got 28s on it, so the wider stance is all right. It gives it a little more stability. I didn't want to get covered in mud everywhere I went, so I went with the extended flare, and you can see the back still sticks out, so that's still going to be a little bit of an issue probably, but it is what it is. The fronts do a pretty good job of covering everything. The bottom section, I wish they had something for right there, right where your wheel well is, because that's still going to get packed full. I might look at doing something out of some ABS, just like I did back here. If you have this machine, you know your tail light fills up with mud and snow and rain. It don't matter what you're doing, but you go through anything and it flips right up and goes right inside the bumper, on the bumper, and fills this whole tail light up. So I just took some ABS and fabbed it up, cut it out. And I just used some rivets and riveted it in place in here only, and I set it up on, there's a pipe inside that bumper. I pushed it up in there tight and then riveted it on there. And so far so good, no problems. Haven't really been in the mud or anything to try them out, see if they're gonna help or not. But we got them done. And then there's a look at the rear Elkas. We've got those in. We have a prefix 2-inch lift on this machine also that I've been running since it was brand new, and I have had no problems at all with any kind of weird drive lines, nothing like that. I haven't had any issues at all. I hear people say that you will. I've not. I got 1,100 miles on it and nothing. We just have a quick Tusk flag mount. We've got some Colton mounts that we've put in on my lower brace. They just go in like that through a like a lock and ride type deal. So we got those put in there, and that just holds the shovel. We had a Polaris Ultimate Series metal rack on here. I took it off. I mounted the box 2 right on the base now, and I switched up my fuel pack mount. It's still a Copeland mount with a Rotopax fuel pack. I just put it in, put just a piece of foam in there just to keep it from like scratching up on against that. But it is nice and tight. It wiggles like that, but it ain't going anywhere. It's not been anywhere at all. And took this rack off, mounted this to here with some bolts underneath it, some nuts and bolts, sorry. So it's nice and solid. I ain't got to worry about that anymore. I also, I tore my seat quite a while back, and I ordered this cover off of eBay. I've been trying to find the guy's information again, and they did the blue stitching in it for me, because I've gone with blue as an accent color on this. And that seat cover is awesome. It's got a lot of texture to it. The sides are smooth, so and the top is nice and grippy. That works really good. We've also done 50 cal fuel cap. We've got heated hand grips. We've got a snowmobile, I think they call it a mountain handle or something. Been on there. Came with the Polaris hand guards. And we have switched our tires. I've been running Bighorns forever and Dirt Commanders, and I've switched up to CST Stags, which are made by Maxxis. And so far in the snow, I like these a lot better than I did my Bighorns. They seem to perform better, and they are great just all around tire. Just got our receiver hitch, and we've done some paint work on this. If you go back to one of my original videos, you'll see where we did the paint work. We added the third light the day we bought it. We did the paint work on it when we bought it. That was just a blue paint pen off of eBay. It was a packet of them, some different colors. One of the coolest things we've probably done, and it sounds great, and I'm loving it so far, is we did a GSC Trail Tamer Performance exhaust system on it. It is just a slip-on, so it's just from there back. Sounds great. We'll start it up here in just a second. One other thing we've done is, these are from SAU TV. These are full LED headlights, not bulbs, not any of that kind of stuff at all. We got rid of the bulbs and just went a full blowing headlight. You can do a power on halo or not. And then you got your high beam, low beam, and high beam. So they're nice and bright, and they're really bright at night, and they project out there a long ways. So I've been really happy with that setup. We do have an LED bulb in my upper pod, just a bulb only, not a full replacement. And we'll start this thing up. It's inside of a garage, so it's probably a little louder on camera than it probably is out when you're out in the front yard or something like that. But it sounds amazing. It's about half the weight of the original exhaust, and the size is a lot smaller. You still use your factory heat shielding. It just comes out, you unbolt it off the old one and bolt it on the new one. These springs, if you don't have a spring tool, you can do it, but it's going to be a pain in your ass. They're tough to get out. It took us a minute to get those things out of there and get them back on and stuff like that, but it seems to be working good. It seals up really nice. I haven't had any problems with any leaking or anything like that, and it goes right back in your factory little bushings and stuff. So we can't wait to get this thing out on the trail and go have some fun with it. It's been a while since I've been on this. We bought a new Yamaha R-Max, and we've had that in here messing around with it and riding it more lately. Four-wheeler's just been kind of put off to the side and hasn't had any love for a little bit, so decided we'd get everything put on it. We've had these parts for probably 4 months. The headlights we didn't. We put the headlights on in another video, but the bumper, the control arms, the shocks, all that kind of stuff I haven't had a chance to do, and the fender flares that we changed. So appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for everybody that's subscribing and stuff like that. Have a great day. See you on the trail.